Yeah, we're live. Ooh. And alive. Ooh. Yep. Soulful resourcing, I'm thinking about everything. Put $5 on the lottery and got back 100 just because I was feeling it. 19 days played 19 plays, got 100 each way. Put it on the counter, dropped the sugar-free Red Bull. Then I got the Gas X with that. I'm a full mule, yeah, I'm just playing my cards against humanity. And every time I'm asleep, I think about sanity. I'm sanitary sanity, thinking about my money. 100 on the 19, pay me back, Donnie. Donnie is the cashier, the clerk at the 7-Eleven. He was smiling when he gave me back a Benji. Was feeling it tonight. Came over, feeling it tonight. Then I came over, feeling it tonight. Then I came over, dropped the cash, dropped the check, dropped the Gas X. Yeah, ooh. That. Woo! Guys, welcome to the third episode of My Tight Hamstrings. I am Graham Rogers, joined by the most beautiful Gerard Bauer, everybody. Woo! That's that. Thank you. It means a lot to us. Friday night, you know, the vibes are good. Friday night, you know, I was on my way over here and I was like, you know, if you're not being creative, then what are you doing? Right? Because, like, a lot of times Friday night, I get that kind of spoiled kid vibes where I'm like, oh, I got to go out and do this. I see people walking around. You know, people walking around on the streets a trigger. I'm like, they know what they're doing and they're happy. They're sitting outside, they're enjoying a mint mojito in the 105-degree heat. And then all of a sudden, I think that's what I should be doing also, you know? And that's not, because, you know, one thing leads to another, and then old Graham gets frisky. You know, he has one cocktail, two cocktail, three cocktail, all of a sudden, his nose starts getting thirsty. You know, and he can sniff out that white girl, you know, in a mix of white girls. So, yeah, on the way over here, so I stopped and got some, my stomach was a little bloated because I was eating some Brussels sprouts and I was eating broccoli. It was just a big vegetable medley. And so I was feeling gassy because all the fiber, you know. So I was like, I'm going to stop at a 7-Eleven and get a sugar-free Red Bull. And I'm going to get some Gas X, extra strength. Okay. Then I was like, let me just put 5 down on a scratcher. And I was like, what should I do? Like, what number should I pick? And I'm 19 days sober today. And so I was like, give me number 19. I'm feeling the energy from 1-9. So my boy at the 7-Eleven picked it out. Okay? I don't even play the game. I just go straight to the barcode. Fuck playing the game. That's for losers. I'm a savage. I want to know right away if I won or not. So I scratched off with my key because they didn't have any pennies there. Underneath the thing, it rang up $100. Dude, that was a good moment in my life. Shot an Instagram video. It was amazing. He was cool with it. He was like, dude, he put down what he was doing to be in my Instagram video. And so he will forever live in infamy with the 900 or, I don't have that many followers, 806 followers that I have. So I want to shout out the 7-Eleven on 2 streets. I don't know the street name. Washington and Venice. That's what it is. Washington and Venice. That's a good place to go. Number 19. Play it if you're feeling hot tonight. Play it if you turn 19. If you turn 19 tonight, play it up, okay?
Celebrate that you can finally buy a lotto ticket at 19. Right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's 21, I think. Or it's 19. Regardless.
Gamble your money away is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. But you know what the guy did is he first tried to slide me another lottery ticket worth $100. And I was like, dude, I ain't no fool. Not in that way. I am big time. But with that, I just cashed out immediately. And, yeah, it was good. It felt good, you know. It felt good to actually win one for once, you know. And I was thinking about, like, the way my brain works is like, okay, something good happened, now something bad's gonna happen, you know. But I'm trying to practice cognitive behavioral therapy on myself, so like it's okay to experience happiness, you know, because like it's been such a ride over these last few months that like I'm not used to feeling good, and so when I am, I prepare for bad. So I'm trying to just allow this moment, just to enjoy this moment, you know, because happiness is not a one-sum game, and happiness is something that you don't try to hold on to. You try to enjoy it when you are experiencing it in the present moment, because it does not last forever. It's a wave. It's so it's kind of like the Titanic sinking. Happiness is like the Titanic sinking, and Leo, you want to kiss Leo on the lips, and his lips are cold because he's getting frostbite, and he can't really talk because he's hypothermia setting in. But he looks beautiful because he's Leo DiCaprio when he's like in his prime, okay? He has those frosty little nipples. His face is blue. His tongue is a popsicle, but you still want to kiss his face. That's what happiness is. It's just kissing Leonardo DiCaprio's frozen ass face, and then he sinks down into the great Atlantic Ocean where the Titanic sank. And you go, I wonder if one day he'll be back. And then he was back in a different movie. So we know he's not dead permanently. But in the Titanic, he is dead. So that's a spoiler for anyone. But Cate Blanchett, she does survive. And she, you know, when I saw that movie for the first time, my dad took me out of the titty painting scene. And that was the worst. Because as a 13-year-old boy, like, dude, why else are you going to go see Titanic? For the storyline? No. I want to see those little rosy red nips. And my dad walked me out of the theater, bought me popcorn. I said, Dad, popcorn's not as good as titties.
Very true.
It's so true. I mean, it was good popcorn. I may have gotten a little like chocolatey snack with it. But, and then I watched it, you know, again. I think I actually just fast forwarded just for that one scene because it had such a magnanimous kind of it kind of cultivated into this thing in my head, so I had to see it. And then I remember like back in VHS, you know, we watched 007 at my friend Michael Bowen's house, and he had that VHS cassette player. And we would stay up late night, you know, and we would talk about girls. And then we'd put on 007, the Bond movies. And we would try to freeze the VHS tape, you know, to see some nip. It was hard because, you know, when you pause the VHS tape, they get the staticky lines. So we kind of had to use our imagination. And we would sit for hours in doing that because we had nothing better to do. I mean, you would try for maybe an hour, and then we'd go toss a Frisbee in the dark. And then we'd fix another snack. You know, little boys and girls snack so much. I'm so jealous of that, you know? Like, even walking through 7-Eleven today, like, it took a lot to just to say no. No to nice snacks. And it's something that I'm willing, it's a thing that I'm willing to do for my health, is just to eat healthy. But it's hard. It is a mental game. Okay, I actually have a pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream in my freezer, and I will have one bite of it, and then I'll put it away. I can do that with ice cream, not with other things. Happy 4th, belated 4th of July for everyone out there who's still shooting off fireworks. Put them away. It's too hot to shoot fireworks. The city's on fire right now. It will catch on fire. It was 100 degrees in my apartment today, but I have an air conditioner unit, and, you know, even pumping out air all day long, it was still 90 degrees in my apartment, which is super, super hot. But 4th of July, man. 4th of July was kind of a wreck, honestly. It was something that it started off like good. So I started off the day, you know, with the fresh vibes. I went to get a swimsuit. I got these shorts. You can't really see them, but they're tropical flavor. And I got them at H&M. And I was picking out bathing suits there, and this guy next to me was like, which one are you going to get? I'm like, none of your business, dude. stay away from me and my bathing suits.
Creepy as shit.
He just looked over. He was like, which one are you gonna get? And he started breathing in my ear and then nestled in my neck. Yeah.
Which one are you gonna get? I like the tropical one.
I like the one with the bananas.
Yeah, and the pineapples. And the little sailboats.
Oh, and the gold coins. So that guy perturbed me, and then I tried on like probably 6 different pair of swimsuits. And because at H&M it's not the most expensive place, so their sizes vary depending on what Chinese man wanted to make them. So sometimes a medium fits like a large, and sometimes a large fits like a small. It just kind of depends, which is kind of fun when you go in there. You don't really know, but you got to try on clothes at H&M. Otherwise, you can't order online because it's a toss-up what you're gonna get. So I got a pair of swim trunks, and then I headed. A buddy of mine was DJing at the Mondrian Hotel like that, on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, in West Hollywood. And so I'm like, okay, I go in there sober, and I'm like, this is fine. I'm confident, whatever. Like, I'm meeting up with friends, and dude, that party twacked me out so much. I walked in there, and I was like, dude, I'm way out of my element. You see just like the douchiest people, and they're all, their hair is like, slicked back, and they're wearing Gucci and like armadillo sunglasses and stuff. They're just, it's something about it. I hated it every minute of it. I hated it. And I looked also at these people, and I go, maybe I was a bit jealous, honestly, because that wasn't me. Like, that's not who I am. And like, I think there's a part of me that still wants to retain that party boy lifestyle, and that's just not me anymore. And so when I saw that, I was so outcasted, and not that anyone even knew, but I outcasted myself, and I slipped into I slipped into a pretty weird mental state. So I left the pool party, and I went to Shake Shack, okay? And I placed my order. I pulled out my wallet, only to realize that I left my debit card at this pool party.
Oh.
Yeah, and the guy didn't believe me. The guy just thought I was broke. And so I was like, I'll be back, I swear to God. So I go get my card. I go back to Shake Shack, and I get a lot of food. I get a double cheeseburger. I get French fries, and then I get a huge milkshake. I'm eating my feelings at this point.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You were down the hole, weren't you?
I was. Oh, dude, listen to this. It gets worse. So I can't. I'm not drinking. So at this point, I am overwhelmed and anxious, and so I'm starting to eat my feelings. So I do that. I get I probably spent like $20 at Shake Shack. It was a lot of food, and I left to go home because I didn't have anywhere else to go, and I was in a horrible mood. So I go home, and I'm just like skeezing out, and I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching this French crime drama called Le Mans about this girl and guy who, kind of dissemble people. And so then I'm just laying there, and I'm kind of laying in my own filth and my own sludge and my own misery. And I was like, what would make me feel better is a large Domino's pizza. So I did that. This was probably like an hour after, so the food hadn't even really settled into my stomach. So I got a large Domino's pizza. On the way to the Domino's, I stopped at 7-Eleven and got a big bag of hot Cheetos, flaming hot Cheetos, because my style is crushed Cheetos on the pizza. That's that kindergarten style. That's that Young G style. It's so good. And then so I got that, and then I got a bag of peanut M&Ms, and I got a pint of chocolate chip cookie dough Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I picked up the pizza, went back to my house, ate everything, ate the whole pizza. I was putting the M&Ms in the ice cream, ate the whole pint of ice cream. You would think that your boy would be done after that. That's where it gets started. So I let maybe like an hour pass. And at this point, I just know that I'm in for something completely crazy. So in my refrigerator, I had a random burrito that I had never seen before. All right. This burrito was from another time. It was wrapped up in foil. It was really hard. You know that like when burritos get really hard, you're like, this is condensed and congealed. So I was like, let me just put this in the oven. And I said, no, that'll take too long. So your boy ate it cold.
Ooh.
I just ate, it was a bean, cheese, and rice burrito. Ate it cold, ate the whole thing, and it was gross. I did not enjoy one moment of that burrito.
Unidentified burrito.
Unidentified burrito in the far stretches, in the far corner of my refrigerator. You know, it had, you could just tell the foil was kind of starting to unravel, and you know how there's that little thin sheet of paper. It was kind of melding into the burrito, so I was eating paper and burrito, and I didn't care. And I was stuffing hot Cheetos in that burrito also, stuffing hot Cheetos in that burrito. And then you think, oh, after all that food, I'd be done. Fuck to the no. I went back to 7-Eleven and got what? Another pint of ice cream. And this time I got the Chunky Monkey kind of ice cream.
Damn, you're deep in a hole right there.
I'm deep in a hole. And fortunately, I did not eat that whole other pint of ice cream. And the only reason why is because I took my anti-anxiety medication and fell asleep before I could do so. So that was my 4th of July. Who's depressed? So you know what? After that story, you now realize why that $100 that I just got means so much to me. Dude, I'm on a different level, you know? From bottom of the barrel burrito to being $100 richer, and my stomach's feeling better from that Gas X. So all in all, it was, it was good. It was a good. Well, the 4th was not good. It was not enjoyable at all. It was horrible. But you just gotta kind of sleep those things off. Sometimes I've been feeling like every day I'm just waking up to sleep again, and I think that hopefully it will pass soon. Because sometimes it's just days just kind of turn into one another, and you're just like, what the you're like, you can't even kind of place what you've done every single day, or you can't even track the progress that you've been making. But slowly but surely you are doing things, and it's hard to, we're very myopic with our sensibilities and about our progress. So sometimes you got to take a step back and realize that you are getting better. Hopefully you're getting better. Sometimes you got to get worse to get better, and that's something that I've had to experience, is getting way, 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 way worse, and then getting back up there. So I'm not gonna say that this 7-Eleven run where I just got a $100 bill, y'all, was like a good sign, but something that I'll take into heart and push this energy further throughout my weekend. And I'm glad we got this podcast. Gerard was like, dude, hit me up. And as I said, if you're not creating, then what are you doing? That's something that I need to really stick by more. Sometimes it's hard to sit down and write. It's hard to sit down and just be creative. Sometimes it hurts to write. It hurts to go out and present yourself publicly to people and to go out and do jokes and stuff, but it always makes you feel better. Unless you just completely bomb. But at least you're learning something. At least you put yourself out there. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been. That's kind of where I've been over the last few days. And yeah, and what else I noticed is that money gives me energy. That's a true thing. Eat Club, Brian Vokey is tuned in right now. He knows a little bit about that, but I got a little settlement check, okay, because they were skeeving me with a little money. And I picked up this check, and all of a sudden it was like I just drank a Red Bull, and I was drinking a Red Bull. So it could have been the Red Bull that was giving me the energy, but also the check helped a lot also. Just to not be I'm super broke, but I can pay rent, it was like a little thing that just got me through this next little week or so, these 2 weeks of work. And so yeah, it couldn't come at a better time, and it just seems like it works out some way or another. There's been times where I'm just I don't know how I'm going to pay rent, and because I don't make money from comedy yet. This podcast is new. Hopefully this will generate some heat, but that's not what it's about. It's about really being creative, and it's about finding my voice and finding just an outlet, and hopefully having people connect. Because that's what we all want, is to connect to someone or something, you know. You can connect to me, or you can connect to your dog. Or maybe you have like, I don't know, maybe you have like a favorite carpet, and you're like, God damn, that's a pretty carpet. Then you can connect to that carpet. Maybe that's what you get excited about when you come home, is like rubbing your bare toes on that shag rug. You know, that can happen.
Bare toes on a shag rug.
That's a porno right there. You know, kind of like a 70s porno, where there's no penetration. It's just toe play the entire time. You know, I never really got into the toe thing, but I know your boy Quentin Tarantino is into that foot play. He's into footsie, you know. I wonder how that escalated. I bet one day, like, he was young, the little girl gave him a little slide, a little tippy toe, a little. Is there a pinky toe? Yeah, there's a pinky toe. Maybe she was rubbing that little pinky toe against his toe, and he goes, God damn, that's exactly what I want. Quentin Tarantino just loving those feet. That could be a myth. I don't even know, but that's what I've heard throughout Hollywood.
I think that's pretty true.
How does stuff like that even get out? Like, how do we know that, what is it, Neo? No. Who has herpes besides everyone? He gave it to someone else and then that girl sued? Who was, not Nelly.
Nelly Furtado?
No, not Nelly Furtado. Usher, baby. Dude, Usher got that herpes dick. Dude, Usher, you know, and if you have herpes, then just, you know, either, just like, if you're going to fuck a raw dog, just make sure you don't have an outbreak. You know, because I think you can do that. Whatever. I don't know how that shit gets out, though. You know, I had a friend girl, who went to Drake's house. They ushered her and like 20 girls in a party bus, and they all had to sign NDAs, you know. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. You know, I wish I could be, you know, sometimes when like I hear that stuff, I was like, maybe I can transition to like a kind of a sensual redheaded vixen girl. And I can see Drake, and Drake's like, oof, that lady looks thick. And that Adam's apple looks mighty protrusive.
Ooh,
but he don't care, cause Drake's on one.
He says, hey, you gotta sign an NDA if you wanna party with me. You gotta sign an NDA.
Hey. If you're gonna party with Drake, Drizzy, you gotta sign an NDA. Ooh, holla, holla. If you put your titties in the air, holla, shit, holla. No one gonna find about it. Ooh, don't bother. Cause Drake's that young, sensual guy. Yeah, he's so fly. And he got $1 million in his pockets. That's super fly, super high. Don't even come into his house like taking pictures, Instagram. That's not what Drake's about.
Hey, you gotta sign an NDA if you wanna party with me. Let's go to Bondo Place. A party with me.
Party with Drake. Party with Drake. You know who's at the party? Usher baby, got that herpes dick. Signed the NDA to click go big on Bix on dicks, and now he be slinging out the H to the EP. Then he's down to get some girl. Dude, if you get a girl pregnant with the herpes dick, does the baby come out with a little splotchy? Who knows?
Hey, you gotta sign this NDA if you wanna party with me.
Faithin'.
Cause I'm gonna give you her baby. But you signed an NDA so you can't tell no one.
Damn, dude, that's hot. You know, that should, you know, before anyone signs an NDA, they should hear that song. You know, just make sure what they're getting into. Because sometimes it may not even be worth it. You know, like, is it worth going is it what Drake said? Is it worth going to Rome if you can't take the phone to take pictures with? No, because then what are you doing? You're just a solo passenger flying through this earth on this big ball flying through space. If you don't get the pictures to prove it, then it didn't happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm super excited though. My friend Kat offered up her pool this for the weekend, so I'm gonna go sit poolside tomorrow. You know, I feel like when I take my shirt off, people always get a little worried. At this party I was at, people were looking at me all funny, and it wasn't because I was, you know, being weird. It was because like if I'm in the sun for like 5 seconds, I start getting sunburned. One of my first jokes in comedy, it was a horrible joke. I don't know if there's even a punchline, but the premise was, as a redhead, I can't even drive a convertible without getting sun. That's not even a joke. I was like,
Wait,
you know,
you can't even drive. Of course, anybody gets sun in a convertible.
yeah, but like, you know, it's amplified.
You gotta say,
You got
you
that.
gotta go with the moon burn or something.
Some girl told me she got burns by the moon, and I was
She got a
like,
sunburn from the moon.
yeah. I actually went hiking with her yesterday, and she was like, yeah, I'm so pale, I get burned by the moon. I'm like, well, that sucks.
That's a better joke than yours first joke.
Well, yeah, it was, honestly. But I don't think she was joking. This girl was like alabaster white, you know, and yeah. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna. I don't know. I think, you know, this has been. I think it's time. Let's wrap this biatch up. You know.
All right, man.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna depart on. Let's do some words of some weekend words of wisdom here. Okay.
Weekend words of wisdom.
Okay. Can you give me a little music? Okay, guys. If you're going out tonight, say you're on a date with a new girl. Okay. Make sure that just to get her intrigued, you split the check. Girls like that shit. Okay? Make sure before you go on the date with this girl that you have at least 9 cocktails. You want to slur your S's and roll your L's.
Slur that sexiness.
If you're not going on a date tonight and you plan on getting sensual with yourself, well then, you already know what to do. That's something that the Dr. Graham can't even help you out with.
Use protection.
Use protection from your own calloused hands. Because we know you're out there in the coal mines. You know, we know you're out there shoveling snow, wherever you are. You don't want that to affect other parts of your body. Ooh. This is the weekend update. No, it's not the weekend update.
Welcome to Weekend Update.
With a more urban style weekend update. We're amplifying everything, you know? That's what happens. That's what happens when you're with the goon squad, you know? You just break out. Guys, this has been a fucking blast. This is a great time. Thank you everyone who joined in. For the 2 people, 3, as I always say, if it's just 1 person or 1 million people, I'm gonna treat this the same way as always, giving you 115%. So on that note, I bid you adieu. And so does Gerard Bauer. He bids you 2 adieus.
Adieu.
Till next time, I love ya. Play is out. Bow. Woo! Hotness.